What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony, aka the Center of the Chaos and Controversy, and I wanted to talk about the position of being a single parent and me being the person playing the role of a single father. I don't want to necessarily say playing the role, fulfilling the role of being a single father. That's a better way to put it. Um, Getting to this point took a lot of growing up, a lot of maturity, a lot of life lessons that was taught to me, and very, very, how should I say, uh, learned under certain difficult circumstances. I'm not going to sit here and pat myself on the back saying that I'm the greatest person ever, because that is not true. I'm not going to sit here and give myself uh, a significant amount of credit, because there are areas in where I failed as a parent, as a father. And those examples will be given to my daughter and my son from previous relationships. But it took those experiences for me to step up to be a father now to my son, who you see me currently with, and where his mother is at is where I was, so to speak. Um, I pretty much was young at the time. I didn't know too much about the laws, my rights as a father when it came to child support and all of that. Pretty much it was ingrained into me that mothers had all the rights, fathers didn't stand a chance, and I just pretty much took a back seat and felt that my duties was just through child support. Um, because basically that's how how should I put it? Through society's design, and this is where the problem comes into play when the courts get involved. It it takes away to some extent the motivation or the enthusiasm or the pride of being a father when they just get stomped to the ground. And I'm not saying it's an excuse to give up, but it's an understandable position where fathers are put in when these mothers, to some extent, not all, utilize the courts against the father, and then they dictate when they can see the child, the circumstances in which they can see the child. Um, if child support is a factor, then that is held above the father's head, especially if he's going through a financial difficulty. And you understand that the reasons are legitimate as to why, those obligations aren't met for a period of time until the father can get back on his feet. Um, and it caused a great deal of hindrance to the relationship between the father and the child, and that's where I found myself. Over time, I should have stepped up when it came to my daughter. I should have stepped up when it came to my son, but I didn't. Partly because I was indulging in other stuff that pretty much took my focus and my attention away from my responsibilities. Growing past that, I found myself in a situation where, again, I had the choice to continue down the path of self destruction or being responsible. And I chose to be responsible, whereas the other party chose not to. Um, and the reason why I say it takes a person to be humble, because sometimes it takes those experiences that most have to go through in order to learn hard and valuable lessons to better themselves, so to speak. So I don't give myself a pat on the back. I don't praise myself. I just acknowledge where I was at one point to where I am right now. Um, it's still a learning process. I still have areas of where I can improve in. And the only thing that I can say is that I am glad that I chose not to take a back seat and being, how should I say, um, reluctant or discouraged by the situations that I found myself in again. And I chose to step up and fight. Most people don't. And I was that person at one time or another. So I would say that being a single father, it has its challenges. I understand where single mothers are coming from, where they face their difficulties, but they overcome those challenges. Is it stressful at times? At times, yes. Fortunate enough for me, I do have help though. Even though I don't have family here, I do have, like I said, small circle of friends, and those friends have reached out and helped me so I can go to work, so I can make these appointments and do other things and stuff like that. Um, and I'm fortunate enough to have those people in my life to help me out in the areas of raising my son. But that's all I want to share for the time being. I just want people to know that sometimes that when you see a person where they are at currently, it took a lot for them to get to where they are at right now. And it took some kind of growing up to do, to reach some kind of level of responsibility and accountability. So that's what I wanted to share. And you already know how I do this. Until next time, until next video, peace.